Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Evan Better Presents. And yes, you are seeing it. I did expand this place. To do that, I built something very wonderful. I built one of these guys, a builder's wand, using an unstable ingot. The way the builder's wand works is basically if you have the material in your inventory. So let's just try this out, shall we? I'll show you guys exactly how this works. If you have the material in your inventory and you select over top of existing material, you can just do like that. Boom. See? Because I've already got this, I've got the stone in my inventory and I'm placing it on top of the same material, it automatically places itself down. That helped me build this structure, another turbine length over, much faster. So much faster. And of course the reason we need to do this is because this fourth MFR laser drill is currently not getting any power. Or not getting enough power, I should say. It's working, but it's not working very quickly. It's down power for sure. But anyway, so we expanded out the building here. I've been a very busy bee. Now I will comp out. I did not have enough materials to finish this turbine, and I cheated in the rest of the stuff I needed. I was like, a few cyanide short, a few blularium short, and I ran out of inderium. So I said, fuck it, and I just cheated in the last few pieces. Trust me, this has taken me forever to build this third reactor, so I was just tired of playing games, so yes, I did cheat in some shit. That's part of what happens eventually. Anyways, I wanted you guys to be here for the inaugural starting of the reactor. I just need a little piece of quarried stone here. What is that? Ferrous. Okay. The inaugural starting of the reactor. Let me just do my final checks here, make sure I've got everything set up the right way. That should be a blue port. It is. Oh, I need to connect the power lines. Well, not just this very second. Let's start the reactor, shall we? Coming online. Perfect. And it should cap out. Yeah, there we go. The temperature continues to rise. Steam's being produced. Water's being supplied. Temperature gets that high? I didn't think it got that high. What's the temperature on this thing? 2560 Celsius. Why is the temperature so fucking high on this thing? And rising. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Shut her down, shut her down. Whoa. Holy shit balls. Why is the temperature going so high? Maybe we have to start the turbine as well. Okay. Let's start this back up and see what happens here. Okay. That's still rising. Still rising a lot. Okay, now it's leveling out. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's better. Whew. I was getting a little concerned there. The temperature was going through the frickin' roof. Anyway, there we are. Everything is automated like it usually is. Yellorium comes in there. The other stuff, cyanide comes out of there. Water comes in there. Control panel's there. And we've got our... I don't know what causes that glitch. Anyway, we got our turbine blades, our blocks of Endurium, and a backup port, fluid port for either adding steam or removing water. This is not a necessary feature. I don't know why I added it. I added it because Captain Jax had it. Quite truthfully, there's really no other explanation. His had a couple of them. And of course, this is just a complete copy of the Minecrafters Endurium turbines. These things are expensive. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, are they expensive. They're almost as expensive as these were to make. These, I have to say, were more expensive. More of a pain in the ass, that's for sure. So I'm not 100% sure if I want to pipe this through the... through the capacitor bank like this. I'm not 100% sure if that'll feed into the next capacitor bank effectively or not. Not really sure. So I may run a line connecting up. I'll just continue this line out, I guess. Like, would be the smartest way to do it. There we are. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sure exactly how much power is going to go through these three lines here. If this capacitor is going to rise or drop, it seems like it's going up. So that's good news. And eventually the power output will come screaming up. These guys will fill back up. Our laser drills will be once again supplied with power. And everything will be good in the world. One thing I do need to change is I do need to extend a second line like so. Because the power output of this is going to be higher than what I'm able to get out of one line. So I'm just going to connect those. Oops, shit, now I done it. Let's see this again here. I gotta make sure I got it right. I guess this crisscross grid is gonna have to work at this point here. It's just the way it is. That's fine. Like I said, the power needs to be very high for these devices. The output has got to be strong. It's got to be very, very, like, way up there, because I am trying to move a shit ton of power here, much more than what one of these one lines can handle, much more than what a redstone energy conduit can handle at all. Like, the reason I'm using these Ender IOs is because they have a cap of 20,000, which, if you are any good at math, is higher than 10,000, which is what the redstone energy conduits are capped per connection. They're not capped at that amount. They have actually an unlimited flow amount through them, but their connections are limited to 10,000 each. And we're just going to reconnect this. Fuck. Here we are. There we go. And we will have to run one more line to just make sure everything gets connected here. Yeah, as you can see here, I've separated it so that the power goes into the capacitor banks and then is piped out of the capacitor banks. I want the capacitor banks to be the main stopover for that energy. I don't want the reactors. So I'm actually doing that wrong right now, because I don't want the reactors to be getting the power directly from... Where am I? What am I doing? What am I saying even? Maybe I'll allow the third one to act that way with these two lines here. Okay. But yeah, I want these two to power directly into the capacitor banks. The third one is powering into the capacitor bank, but is also now, with these two lines, directly connected to the output line, which was not my original plan, but it actually is probably a good idea to do it that way, just to be on the safe side, to keep the power going to our laser drills. Now we're just going to make sure that the connections are all made. This connection over here, of course, goes to our main power supply for the facilities. Okay, everything's good, guys. We now have one more giant turbine hooked up and powering our facility. Alright, so what are some of the other things I've been working on? Well, beautification. And what do I mean by beautification? Beautification, in this sense of the word, is referring to the fact that I have spent a lot of time making this place look pretty. So what that involved was cutting down the regular ugly trees, putting in these cherry blossoms, because I think they're very nice. I like the cherry blossoms. Redoing the wall along this pathway here. Getting rid of torches, replacing them with these inverted white fixtures. Cleaning out the grass that was growing like a weed everywhere. Replacing all these walls with retaining walls. Okay, I didn't get rid of all the grass. Obviously, I've missed a few. Replacing the light standards with these new ones that are made out of this nice stone with the 3 inverted light fixtures on top of them. Adding more cherry trees. As you can see here, I have made everything nice and beautiful. Replaced the cherry tree that was here with a new cherry tree. Added a new light standard. I have to clean up some of this grass still, but things are coming along. I still have a lot of work to do. I want to make this place... I want to get some shrubs or something like that. I don't know how you can get shrubs in this game. I'm thinking I might use raspberry bushes or something. The fountain. Cleaning up the fountain area. So, I've gotten rid of all the ugly trees. You can see here. I replaced all the lights with torches. Oh, Christ. I walked down these stairs. I didn't even... So, let's just take another look here. Okay, you come out. There's a nice retaining wall here now. Okay, we'll talk about UU matter in a second. Oh, I have to do this wall here. This is the last wall I have to do. Forgot about that one. But I redid the stairwell here, as you can see. Okay, I added in a retaining wall right here. Backfilled it with dirt. Added trees. Okay. Redid this section here. Moved the chicken chunk loader indoors. Tidied everything up, removed the old trees, replaced them with the cherry blossoms, removed the old lights, got rid of as many torches as I can, because the torches were originally scattered everywhere because we had problems with creepers and other things spawning, right? That's not a thing anymore, because I have all those magnum torches everywhere. So I don't get spawners anymore. So you can see here, I've just tried to make this place look a little nicer by adding in these retaining walls, backfilling behind them where necessary, changing the stairs design, and filling in these light standards. I haven't done every torch. I've just done the main areas where I walk a lot. And obviously I still have some stuff to clean up. But it's coming along very nicely, I gotta say. I redid the stairwell here, down to our tunnel that leads to the nether. Alright, again, same idea, just cleaning it up, making it look pretty. There we go. More cherry blossoms. I redid the bridges, as you can see here. I capped with the wood, replaced the pillars, put the inverted lights along this bridge, added this center column arch with fading pillars into the water. Let's continue on. I tore out all the trees that were in here. The raspberry bush, tore it out. Replaced it all with these cherry trees. Added a little bit Redid this pathway a little bit to make it a little bit nicer. Removed as much of the grass as I can. I think it keeps growing back, truth be told. Maybe not. I don't know for sure. I do feel like I've done this removal of grass, though. Yeah, you can see here everything is just... I love these cherry blossoms. I just think they look so nice, so I just added a whole shit ton of them. Word to the wise. Never cut down a fucking rainbow tree, a rainbow dye tree. Never cut it down. I almost crashed my server with how many dyes dropped. But now let's take a look at how many dyes I have. There you go. I cut down that tree. This is the stuff I got in its place. So thousands of dyes. Or 1,000 dyes, you know. Redid things here. Fixed this path. Just tidied it up a little bit. I gotta correct this segment right here a little bit. I might bring it over. I don't know. Redid the lights on the bridge. Let's see what else. Added some more cherry trees, just because I like them. Don't care what you think. Replaced the lights in here, the torches that were in here, with these inverted light fixtures. Move the sound block over there. Let's see what else. Added a couple cherry trees just out front here. This area was always so open. Oh, good. It grew a big one. I was hoping it would grow a big one. This was the last one I planted. I wasn't sure if it was going to grow a big one or not. Cleaned up the flower garden that was here because it was just kind of sloppy looking. Redid the sheep pen. They're now a little bit more able to walk into the... There was almost no sheep left, so I kind of redid it. Now they don't seem to want to be walking back here as much. I'm considering redoing this to slaughter more sheep. But then again, I do run out of sheep, so it's like, catch-22. I redid the dock. I may extend it out even a little bit further so that there's more space here. I redid the tunnel. Added, as you can see here, it'll just go out into the water. Redid this tunnel completely right to the water level, or right to the bottom there. Extended it out one more to make it a little bit wider. Replaced the lights. More cherry trees. Redid this pathway. Added this fencing. Again, tore out all the existing trees that were here. Redid this pathway. Moved it one out further. Added this bridge-looking fence rail. And just continue this all the way down here. No... What is he doing up there? No real reason to bring it out any further than this. It's just the rubber tree, the original rubber tree farm. I wanted to kind of just accent it. I think the bridge kind of looks cool from the water, actually, so I left it that way. Added another couple of pillars to just accentuate the appearance of that it is actually kind of a filled-in bridge. Let's see what else we've done. Yeah. Just a beautification. I really just kind of tried to clean up the place a little bit, make it look a little nicer. As you can see here, more cherry trees. Anything else? Anything else? No, that's pretty much it, I guess. I tidied up some of the mud. Sorry about the lag. We're loading some spots here. I'll just do a quick overfly of this facility. Oh, that's messed up. That is strange. There we go. So you can just see now from this top view all the cherry trees I've added, basically. All right, you can see all that. So we'll just take that off. You can just get a nice overview here. All right, and one of the last things I did was I changed the fencing on this guy here to contain the slimes a little better. They were still making their way down, crushing up my my farm. I don't want them crushing up my farm. The next thing to do will be to tear this down. So I got rid of the glass a long time ago, if you didn't notice that. Added some more cherry trees along the other bank here. The thing is they have to not be growing over the farm, so I gotta kill some of this. because if they go over top of that, that stuff won't grow. It needs access to the sun. Okay, so that's what I did. That's the beautification. I maybe went a little overboard with the cherry blossoms, but I much prefer them to the regular stuff. Really do like the look of the new bridge. I think that looks really, really nice. Oh yeah, remove the limestone here. Put in this stuff here. Let's talk about UU matter. UU matter serves no purpose. Actually, I was doing one test. Let's see if it can actually copy anything. UU matter is useless. You can't even do an iron ingot in the scanner to replicate it. I don't know what the hell you're supposed to be able to do. I know you can do some liquids, oil, fuel, a couple other things. There's no real list that I can find. Because UU matter has been retired from IC2, in the new builds of experimental, it doesn't actually exist. So this whole fucking process that we've done here is actually obsolete now. The UU matter, I'm keeping it around just because it looks nice. But I'm going to shut all this shit off. It doesn't do anything anymore. It doesn't serve a purpose. It doesn't have a purpose. It just takes up space. It was one more project that I was trying to work on, and I can't do anything with it. I can't. There's nothing to scan. Nothing seems to scan. I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to be able to scan with this machine. Like, I don't know. I'm like very annoyed with it. It's probably, I would have figured iron, being one of the most core materials in the game, would at least be accepted. It's not. So we're going to scan an iron ore next. An iron bar won't work. No, can't even do an iron ore. Why? Like, I don't know. I'm very disappointed. What a waste of time. What a waste of incredible amounts of shit. I mean, now we have a facility to make the stuff, but it doesn't serve a purpose. So really, it was just busy work. Just goddamn busy work. I really don't know what else we can do, guys. I'm going to start building. I think maybe this series is coming to an end. I think we've gone as far as we can really go. You know, I'm going to create a new series, and I think I'm going to be focusing on rotary craft in the new series. Rotary craft has some very interesting properties to it that the more I read up on it, the more interested I get on it. But I think we've accomplished a shit ton. So, like I said, unless I can find something new to do with this particular world, I don't really know what else there is to do. Yeah. So UU matter is a waste of time. The nuclear reactor, let's go take a look at it, because it's probably overheated again. Overheated. It definitely is overheated. I'm almost 100% sure I'm going to find this thing offline. Yep, big surprise. I got to be careful here. Oh, they're almost depleted. I really want to know what happens when they get depleted. There we go. I think we're safe from the heat at this point here. We can still see the monitor. We've got 34 minutes left of runtime on this reactor. The other two reactors may be off as well. I don't know. I have a feeling we've exhausted the 5 hours on them. I'm just going to bring this thing down below 2500. That way, as the LZH condensators swap out, they will be able to be replaced. And it won't overheat. Okay, let's just look at LZH condensators for a second. So we do have the 47 in the system, so everything's good there. Okay, we're just going to bring this temp down below 2500 EU, which should bring the temp to, there we go, we're at 24,600. When we hit the 24,000, I'll cut the reactor cooler. That'll give us enough time for the watch this son of a bitch jump a few times, and we won't lose the power output, because that's what happens when it gets over to 26.5. We just lose the power output. So we're just going to put this one back. There we go. Lock her up. And we'll go back to the... yeah, we've got nothing left on these guys, so we're just going to turn that off. Turn that one off. Back on. Back on. Shit. Turn this one on too early. Yep. Okay. Have to go inspect that reactor. This is probably going to result in me being poisoned. We'll just go inspect it. We can probably make the system swap out the components we need it to swap out automatically here. Yeah, there we are. And fuel rod, please. Thank you. Everything else looks like it's good. Perfect. Okay. Turn that back on. Yeah, so you got to give it enough time. That's why what I usually do is I just watch this thing. When I see the counter stop moving, that's when I know that it's reached its proper spot. Okay, the MOX reactor's doing fine. This one's doing... Whoa, that was a big swap out there. Temperature jumped well over 100 for a second. Everything's good though. This is the nice benefit to our system here is even if that thermal monitor trips, it doesn't automatically go into like a refueling cycle by accident. Only the switch does it. Everything else is good, guys. So we're going to just put this LZH condensator back in the system. It should show up on the screen in a second. Boom, there it is. Let's see how our energy is doing. All right, so that number is going up. That's good because we completely exhausted our power supply because I didn't have that other the other big reactor built, the turbine, the fancy one that I just showed you guys. Didn't have it built yet, so I was running on fumes. Oh. I wanted to show you how the XP drain worked. I don't know if I actually showed you guys that or not. Isn't that a fucking thing of beauty? Isn't that a thing of beauty? I fucking love that! And no more wasted XP. Also a benefit. Let's see how the drives are doing. Okay, so that means the nether portal, or the nether lava is being done, so this is probably around the 256. It's going down, good. Sewage at 15,000 buckets, why? Why is that happening? That shouldn't be happening. That should only be taking mob essence. Where is it coming into the system? I don't understand. I don't know. It's not really hurting me at the moment, so I'll tolerate it. But yeah, so this is our... Yeah, maybe I went a little overboard with the cherry blossoms, but... it's not necessarily from the overview that I like to enjoy it, it's from this view here. As I walk down the pathway like this, towards our fountain. I might cut this cherry blossom out because it blocks the view of the fountain from the pathway. We've got our fountain here, and it's nice relaxing sounds. Clucky over there. I think your time is coming to an end, Clucky. Meant to kill him a long time ago. With this noises. I hate that. I really don't need any more fuel. I'm very surprised at how little fuel that actually uses. That reactor. Ah, good to see this is going back up. That's very good to see. Our steam turbines are working well. Let's go make one quick overfly, and I'm going to call the episode. So there we are, guys. I got to figure out something new to work on because I'm running out of goals here. I'm sure there must be some stuff in the system that I can probably do. But I'm really starting to run out of goals. UU Matter was a flop. Big fucking flop. Very disappointed in UU Matter. Piece of shit. Oh. Are you kidding? Are you kidding right now? It worked. Last time when I had the actual wafer there, is it the wrong wafer? Crystal memory, empty. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. Save it. Waiting. There we go. Okay, so you can't have the crystal storage thing in there first. Pattern storage, we throw this in here. And there we are. Now we have iron ore. There you go. Or I guess the iron ore worked. I don't know. Who knows? So now power and storage is in here. And then we can just go over here and take probably this thing here. Nope. I don't know. Export to crystal. Import from crystal, export to crystal. Export to crystal. There we are. Let's take the crystal, we'll put it in the scanner, in the replicator. Nope, that's not how that works. Alright, so I don't really know exactly how this works. I've got 4 fucking patterns in here now. Alright, well I'll have to figure out how this works, because at least we can actually start producing iron out of this machine. I'm gonna have to figure out how this fucking thing works here. How do I transfer the pattern from the pattern storage into the replicator's next pattern? Is there a way to drag this or something? What the fuck? Okay, anyways, guys. So that's what we got accomplished this episode here. Got our new reactor up and running. Expanded our giant warehouse that holds these sons of bitches. The reason why this thing's so much bigger than it actually needs to be is I had originally planned to put those steam boilers in here to help with these things, but there's no need. Alright, what's it putting out now? 28,000 RF, so she's almost at full speed. That's good to see. Alright guys, thanks very much for watching. And make sure you leave those likes. I will see you all in the next episode of Evan Better Presents. Which, unless I've figured out something to do, maybe one of our final episodes. Because I'm starting to run out of stuff. Things are getting too boring. Don't know what to do. Alright, thanks for watching. See you guys later.